I'm back! Overwatch Retribution, what is that? Do I push the button? Let's check my loot box real quick. Open loot box. Check something real quick, folks. That all looks good. Oh yeah, I got some cute stuff. Alright. What is Overwatch Retribution? I have no idea. Alright, let's go back to play. Let's do quick play. Ding, ding, ding. Good golly, Miss Molly. Oh, by gosh, good golly. It's simply gonna miss Miss Molly. Do, do, do. Alright, searching, quick play, skirmishing, 12 seconds until... Who is that? That is Romulus. How you doing, dude? Mr. Slick Brit. I heard him for about 2 seconds, then he was gone. Alright, here we go. Searching, another skirmish. Hi, Karamaska. All clear. Advance. All clear. Advance. Clear. Advance.
So yes, this game I was talking about, I wasn't able to get it into Windows. It is locked at 30 frames per second as well, because it's moved over from a console. So I have to actually download a community patch to increase the frames per second, which is great. I can get it to 60 frames per second and it's smooth as anything.
Beautiful.
There's only one problem though. The problem is it affects the dynamics of the game. So with it being like a Jedi-like game and you can levitate items, right? When trying to levitate an item, for some strange odd reason, say if you're levitating a crate, the crate starts to levitate up in the sky by itself. It's just some odd thing that the higher your frames per second, the less control you have over the force script and those.
That sounds like a major programming error.
I don't think it was actually designed for 60 frames per second. That's
yeah, but that shouldn't be throwing the UI off like that with the mouse. That's odd.
The funny thing is, it only affects items. But when you actually levitate people in the air and spin them around and that, it's okay. So I don't know why it seems to be just like sort of items.
Oh, we got a stupid May. She just held us back from getting to our objective.
And also I've tried, don't want to say, streaming in ultra wide as well. And for me, when I'm watching your stream, because I've got an ultra wide screen, I get black bars at the right and the left side, where other people won't be getting that.
Right.
Whereby if I'm streaming ultra wide, it'll be fine for me, but what you would of course be getting is black bars at the top and the bottom instead. It'll probably be more like sort of what the movies are like. And that's the only way I can think of actually streaming this game is because I have to.
Oh man, got me right there.
I even have to go into the settings file and alter it because the actual menu for the game doesn't support ultra wide, so I have to go into tweak it inside one of the files, and it oddly works for some reason.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, it is actually. I mean, it doesn't. It's better. I mean, it's better to have it ultra wide than have it pixelated.
Well, I mean, is the game worth it going through all that trouble to play it?
Oh yeah, it's fine. I mean, the good thing is I don't have to mess around because it's already a community patch, which allows a choice, or you just download it and then you place it. It's an exe file, of course. I've scan checked it. You know what they're like, and then you just put it into the main game folder, and rather than use the standard exe launcher, you use theirs instead, and you can choose the community patch, or well, the community zip file allows various different frames per second depending on what you want. You can have 30 as a standard, but you can have 40, 50 and 60, and then there's an unlimited one which they don't recommend. I've tried the unlimited and everything runs like in how would you say, fast forward.
They got me.
It's ridiculously too fast if you add it unlimited.
Got it.
So yeah, it's not a bother really. You just download the compressed file, just uncompress it, put it into the game folder, launch that from the game folder, and if you want ultra wide, you just go into the like an INN,
right,
and then just it'll have the measurements of the screen, and you just alter it to what your screen is, and then just save the INN file, and yeah, it's no big deal.
Good.
Like I said, it's just when you stream it, there's no way I can probably put it in. I'll just have to put on the description 21.9 exclusive or something like that. The only second possible thing I could do is get a second monitor, and then a second monitor that's just a standard size screen, and then play it on that.
Right.
Instead. There's a snag with that is that I'll have my head turned to the left side all the time.
Got him.
By the way, Pirate now eventually has heard my voice.
He has.
I'm curious, has Pirate ever been on voice before?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we used to be on all the time. Arcade and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't want to, like I say, I didn't want to mention this Star Wars game because I want to keep it a surprise, but I just want to say that it's actually a good story, and it's when LucasArts was doing the games, not EA. So the storyline and the voice acting is very good, and it fills in a lot of gaps, and it's more like Star Wars lore.
Right.
It has a lot of this, and so if you're
Star Wars canon, you got it.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, it's a shame Lucas sold out.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it was when they give it to Disney, and then Disney shut it down, wasn't it? That's it.
Oh yeah, they killed everything.
Then they give it to EA, which was probably well, not probably, but the worst thing anyone could have done.
They made a lot of money. That's all they're doing right now is they're raping the Star Wars franchise to make as much money as they can. And I'm not impressed.
The objective is mine.
Armor here.
What is going on here? We got some really lousy team players here. No one's backing up anybody.
Yeah, like I was trying to say in the whisper, is that if I do tend to stream, like I say, and I've got full screen ultra wide of this game, I won't be able to check chat with just one monitor, and that means that I would have to actually rely on mods. And I was considering if you wanted to be a mod.
I really appreciate that, but with everything going on in my life, I probably won't have enough time. You know what I mean?
That's no problem. It was just until I got a second monitor. I just had this idea whereby if I'm playing in full screen and someone says something in chat, you will...
Sure, keep an eye on it. Hey, if you're online and that comes about, sure, absolutely. I will do that. But I can't guarantee a regularity to it, you know what I mean? Because I get to stream so seldom anyway.
That's okay. It's fine. I mean, when you have time, that's great.
Cool. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Even if someone asks us a question in chat,
sure.
You could probably just say it in Discord to us, and then I'll reply back to whoever said it.
That'll work.
Like just say, Jake, something, whatever, said this, and is asking a question, and I go, oh, right, okay, and then I'll just reply back and...
Sounds like a winner.
Yeah, that's just a pain when you can't put it in window mode anyway. I've been searching through the internet. I've been looking at, even got so desperate to look at third-party programs, and because I've been recommending them, can't find a single third-party program that will work with it. And I've even tried the old school way of using a shortcut and putting a /win. That won't work. So it's just going to be one of those games that just is not for windowed mode.
Sure. Can you change it to a different what am I thinking here? For an older version of Windows?
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, try that.
Like XP or something.
Sure. It might make a difference.
I know I had to change it to XP when I downloaded some retro games once.
Yeah, if you right-click on it, normally there's an exclusion built on one of the tabs. I forget which one it is. And you can choose previous versions of Windows. Or you got to right-click on the executive file. You still there, Chol? And Pirate? Oh, someone left. Excuse me. Sorry about that, folks. Like I said, I still got a little bit of that congestion there. So here it looks like Pirate left. Aha! He fell asleep. And then the drool short-circuited his keyboard. And then his computer died. That's probably it, right? Just keep that image in your head.
Hello.
Got a 9-volt shock from his keyboard.
It is not my preference to see to matters personal, but I will see it done.
Got it.
8 seconds.
By the way, I did a few streams of Sims, and your Sim is always up to mischief or something.
I tell you what. It's not me, it's a clone, okay?
Oh, that's what he said as well.
Ah, really? Those damn clones.
He said that,
Bunch of copycats. Bunch of copycats, that's all they are. Clones. Hey, did you ever read the book The Kiln People? By David Brin?
I can't say I have.
Kiln. You'd find that interesting if you're interested in cloning.
I'll have to look that up now.
Yep, been out for a while. Oh, that didn't work very well. Come on, guys. You guys are ridiculous. I'm gonna have to go to a different character. I'm getting on some really bad teams. Let me,
To be quite honest, your sim is actually the most
Soldier 76 reporting for duty.
regular, normal person in the whole of the household. It's my sim, Jules' sim, your sim. That are only three of the ones that actually do anything decent. All the other ones are right pain in the neck. That is a nuisance in the way of actually standing around doing nothing, not going to the toilet or doing something, and you got to actually manually control them to do something that they won't do it themselves.
so much for Chill. Let's see, a scary image of that. I'm never going to sleep now. I'm sorry, Chul.
Yeah, Sims 4 is kind of one of those games where,
It's almost like Second Life.
well, I wouldn't say Second Life. I've seen a friend of mine try to get this into Second Life. Well, first of all, she got me into this one called IMVU. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's some sort of chat. Well, it's this kind of like, it's just an avatar chat sort of thing, right, you know. And she got us into that, but it's kind of went downhill. It's more like a cyber thing now.
Okay.
So I went out of that. But the problem with IMView is that you go into one of these chat rooms and no one chats. They don't talk. So what's the point of having a chat if no one's going to talk at all?
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I mean, it's not because they're not talking to you. Just no one chats at all. They just have that. They just put their avatars in this room and just go completely AFK. Not just a few people. Everyone just goes AFK, and you're going, "Hi, how are you doing? Hi, is everything all right?" And there's just no silence, nothing. And that's not just one room. It's quite a few rooms. So then I was invited to Second Life, and I just was turned off. Completely, I just didn't like it at all. So then I used to play Sims 2 way back, and then I thought I'd miss one. I missed Sims 3 because with it being the expansion's been ridiculously expensive. I just missed Sims 3, then get Sims 4, so I got that. And the funny thing about Sims games is that it sounds sad in a way. You say, why would I play a game that actually mimics reality when does that not mean I don't have any real life? And yet, the funny thing about it all is that when you actually do play the game, it's actually rather fun.
I'm sorry, I got kind of crazy there for a second. And we lost.
That's okay, I mean...
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, that was a bad team. Tell you what. What's that last part you said to me? I'm sorry about that, Slick.
I'm just saying that Sims 4 or any Sims game seems, when you look at it on the outside, it seems pretty sad that someone would play the game because they don't have a life themselves. However, the funny thing about it is when you actually, well, that's what I thought, and then I had a little play of the game, and it's actually quite addictive.
We're going to leave that game. Yes, I am. Let me see if any of my... Let's see, two social guys. Who is it?
But it's not actually the actual Sims themselves. It's more like creating the Sims, and it's more exciting to actually create Sims of, say, you or Jewel or people.
Right.
And then seeing what they'll do in the household and just letting them do whatever.
I hear that. The Alpha Wolf. He's out there. He's gone up a little higher. Let me go. What is this? Overwatch Retribution. Anyone know? Let me check and do a quick search here. That didn't load very well. Let's see.
Any idea what you're going to play tomorrow?
Definitely some World of Warcraft. And from there, some Fortnite.
Sounds good.
Yep, I thought it might work. Limited time loot ends 4/20. So what is Retribution? Overwatch archives, revisit the past, equalizer. I have no idea what they're talking about here. Highlight intros. I guess I'll just push the button and see what happens. Let's say normal. D. So I've never done this yet. This will be the first time for this one. So who's the third person here now? Is Pirate back? Like I said, he probably drooled on his keyboard and froze the system and it rebooted. Hello, third person. We've got 3 people on my channel tonight. Of course, it's been quite a while since I've streamed. Not as long as last time. I mean, at least I'm doing it at least once a week now.
Yeah, you have someone called Electrical Longboard, but I know that's a bot.
Ooh.
Because it's a bot because he's in my stream as well, and he's been in there 24/7.
Ah.
Needed to respond,
Ooh, this is cool.
but officially, their hands were tied.
Their hands were tied.
Luckily, Blackwatch plays by its own rules. We all knew who was responsible. Rumor had it he'd be well protected.
So, do you mind if I run a few multiplayer games by you? That would be pretty good to play if you want to.
Sure, go ahead.
Well, there's a one called some of them are pretty retro, but there's a one called River City Ransom Underground. It's like a sort of a straightforward pixelated pixel beat 'em up game, side scroller, and it's multiplayer with other people. Then you've got the one I'm sure you know, Gauntlet.
Yes.
The modern one though, the up-to-date version. And what else? That's the ones I'm in. Oh, and Star Wars Battlefront 2, but the classic one, the 2005 one. Now, with the controversy with Battlefront 2 with EA, it seems that Steam and also GOG have set up their own service for the classic 2005 one. Whereby before, they used to use, what was it? Spy something? GameSpy, that's it. They used to use the free service GameSpy, but then they shut down. So now, for good news, Steam and GOG will have their own service for everyone to play that. So that's quite cool.
That'll be neat.
And no microtransactions as well. Wow.
I guess I'll be McCree, since he's the only one I really understand. I think I've probably stepped into something that I shouldn't have stepped into. We shall see.
Got this place sealed tight. Someone started a breach on the front door. We need to get out of here.
The interesting thing is if anyone else wants to join, viewers or friends, they have no excuse not to join because the requirements for these games are very low anyway.
Right.
Watch the left side.
Gauntlet is certainly not a game that should be played single player. I've tried it before and it is terrible. It's definitely a multiplayer game, that, and it always has been, even from its arcade original.
So what do we do now, boss?
We get out of this room, then head through the city to the
They're burning through the door.
We sit tight and hope
Pretty cool the way they're cutting into the door there.
Quite a plan B.
Look at that.
Not sure why I was even worried.
We're making progress on the door. How's everyone doing?
Well, it's us making progress on the door. See, we're burning through it from this side. It's the device we put on the door, see? Pretty cool. Here it goes.
Get ready.
Door's about ready.
Hey.
By the way, do you hear an echo on your
Oh,
side?
crap. What?
Do you hear an echo on your side from
Nope.
my voice?
I don't.
Alright, okay. I'm not sure if it was my sound.
Behind you. On the right.
Yeah, it's the new, what was it? The new headset I got off it. It was the Stinger headset.
I hear Cobra makes some pretty good headsets.
Reaching now. Get ready.
About damn time.
I should have seen the headset I had before. Even when I was streaming or even or talking to you, the sound was escaping from the speaker, the headset, and the microphone was picking up too much.
Shoals says everyone that's left will have to place a bounty on him now. I agree.
Yes, we'll have to do that.
Sniper's over there. Stay out of our sight.
Sniper neutralized.
Yeah, it took a few. Took about a few weeks to get used to the new headset, the cushion, because I was crushing my ears at first.
Feels like Talon is mobilizing the entire army.
You just had to kick the horse.
Not our reinforcements, unfortunately.
We're on our radar.
Watch out, my feet.
Reinforcements engaging. So much for keeping a low profile. The entire city must be awake now.
Let's just get out of here alive.
Perhaps next time.
Did Rachel or Pirates say that they played Fortnite?
I don't believe so, no. I don't know what... No, Rachel does Guild Wars 2 and Final Fantasy 14, which we've played a lot of on the stream in the past, so that's good. If we can get her into Arcade, that'll be pretty cool, too. This is a pretty good map. I like it. I can imagine what it's like hard. Okay, we made it through second part.
Don't let her get too close.
Yeah, I had this guy that was watching my stream and he said it was because I've got it like a little few lines of who I am on my page, and it was just a bit of a...
Your microphone got real soft. I can barely hear you.
Is that better?
Yep.
Alright, I just moved it up a bit. That's probably why. Well, so I put this like sort of silly daffy description of myself on my page.
Oh, they're done.
And I think the fella he took it a bit too serious, and he actually believed I had a Lotus Esprit Turbo.
Wow.
Well, a Lotus Esprit S1. Basically, it was just because I didn't want to give too much information about myself, and I just
Sure.
this.
I understand that. Especially in this day and age. especially on Facebook.
There's been a lot of issues with that. I heard that also. That I heard what was it? They're moving all your EU accounts over to the US, so they can get packed, so they don't have to abide by the EU.
Yep.
The new EU law.
Yeah, it's pretty. Right after he did the talk to Congress too, they went and did that. Unbelievable. It was just sneaky little shit. So I'm moving over to MeWe. Because it's another social media interface like that, except they do not, under any circumstances, sell your stuff. It's your private. It's yours, you know.
I know that Twitter and Yahoo, which I use Yahoo Mail, are staying they're abiding by the EU account, the EU law, so there's no problem there.
Right.
But yeah, moving all the accounts from an EU to America just to...
Yeah, that was really nasty. That was really nasty.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Well, the EU's talking about suing them.
Well, the EU always want to sue everything. They even were trying to sue, they sued Amazon as well, which I'm not complaining about because they're raking a fortune anyway, so...
Whoa, don't listen to him. We're getting out of here.
I shouldn't say that on here, should I?
They're
No,
watching
Amazon have been good. I mean, they have the ups and downs. They can be good, they can be bad. But I was actually going to join the Amazon Prime, and it would be, but there's only one problem with that for me is that I don't use Amazon a lot to buy things.
I do.
But that's it. You see, that would be perfect for yourself because you buy a lot of items or use Amazon a lot, whereby I would just say,
lots of cat litter.
I would be just like saying, I like that monitor, I'll just buy that, and then probably never buy anything for a few years later. Yeah, this headset, the Stinger headset, I was going to get it from an electronics store called Maplin. Yeah. Because it was closing down, and I thought to myself, what a great idea, it'll be on a discount. Went there, didn't even have it in the store, and I went, well, that's a disappointment. Then I looked on Amazon, I saw them on Amazon, and they said, you got 20% discount on it, and I went, hey, that's great, that's fantastic, but they didn't add the VAT on at the beginning, so when I got to the checkout, it then added the VAT, so basically it was exactly the same price as if I was getting it in a shop.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, so I decided that I would just get it at a shop that was just a drive away for the exact same price. And I know it sounds, and this is where it actually comes in handy. A physical shop,
right?
Is that when you actually buy it, you can, if it's something wrong, you can return it to the shop. You don't have to send it, all the hassle of sending it through the mail.
Dropship coming in.
But there is good points of having actual physical stores. I was talking to my mother about that because she's always like anti-tech. She doesn't like technology.
Is she? She doesn't like it at all?
Oh no, you have a mobile phone. She goes, people have mobile phones. I'm staring at their mobile phone all the time. It's ridiculous to have no social life, really, with face-to-face conversations. Like that sort of thing. And she was talking about shops, like, because there's a lot of closed shops closing down as well, suffering.
Yep.
And I mean, I don't mind.
Well, yeah, a lot of the brick and mortars have died because of some of the electronic places, such as Walmart, even. I mean, they are a brick and mortar, and yet now even now, I have to admit, I actually order from them too, and they're pretty cheap, price-wise.
Well, the thing is, I can understand electronics shops struggling with Amazon selling technology and other online only selling electronics. But when it comes to clothing, I've always found it, personally, I find it more better to buy from a shop itself because you can actually go and try the clothes on before you buy it. Where if you buy it, say, from an online store only, you buy the clothes, you just go and buy what it is. No brands seem to be,
right.
They may say, well, that brand is medium. say Armani is medium size I want, but hang on a minute, Gucci is medium as well.
Holy cow.
But the thing is that they're not necessarily both going to fit you. Yeah, so yeah, it's a shame seeing fashion stores closing down. Yeah, we're having a real bad problem here. A lot of big stores are suffering as well. I don't know if you've heard of House of Fraser.
Nope. Was that a big chain over there?
That what was coming to
Yeah,
you.
it's a big chain. It's a big store where it holds in other just pretty big brands. Marks and Spencer, I'm sure you've heard of.
First time people knew
No.
Shame on you, sir. Shame on you.
Shame on me.
Yes, they were pretty much worldwide until they're suffering with all this online stuff. So they've actually cut down to only in Britain now.
I never
they're
heard of them.
suffering bad. Oh, they do good food, but unfortunately their clothes are so... They've been criticised for their clothing, with it being so bland and plain, and you still pay premium price for terrible materials. And people just avoid it, and they're losing a lot of money on their clothing.
Uh-huh.
The food as well, but their clothing is... They're losing a lot on that. And then you've got House of Fraser, they're suffering because of online companies. And also you have Debenhams, which holds have the in-store cafe, and it's a big place, and they sell all the big brands like Gucci and Armani and all that. They're suffering as well. Their profits have been down by 85%. Shocking.
That's remarkable.
These are big giants that are now possibly thought they were invincible and vulnerable, and now they're actually scared that they're gonna
Fold. Yep. Ooh, can I even go in here? No. It's all tied off. What about this side? Nope.
The interesting thing is when I did go to that Mapland electronics store that was closing down,
Right.
that the chap there, he just kind of like said, "Oh, I blame Amazon. It's always Amazon's fault." That's what he said up right front.
Amazon, huh?
That's it. Everyone. I don't think, to be quite honest, I don't believe it's Amazon completely.
Not alone, but they started it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's
And,
it. I mean, you can,
they started the online where Walmart started Walmart actually put out of business many more brick and mortars than Amazon ever did. I guarantee you. Walmarts are quite a plague. But thank goodness that sniper's not very good. But everyone is left. We'll have to place a bounty on them now. Yep. Chul's still there, of course. Loyal, dependable Chul.
yeah, I don't know if you know that we have Asda over here, and Walmart took over Asda.
Who's Warmod?
Well, oh, sorry. Is it? How do you pronounce it? Walmart. That superstore you were talking about.
Walmart.
Walmart. Yeah, well, that's right.
You have that over there?
No, we don't have it, but we have a store called, very much like it, called Asda, and
Okay.
it was originally it was not. It's been taken over by the company that you've just said.
Walmart, really?
Yeah, so we have these Black Friday things that are going on.
They're literally ruling the world. I mean, truly. I mean, if they control the food sources, they control everything. Think about that.
Exactly. Everyone needs food. I was even looking at Amazon.
I'm dead.
Oh. I was even looking at Amazon. Apparently, you sell everything, but they sell sweets, they sell cans of pop, fizzy drinks, they sell just everything.
Yeah, they do. Now, a lot of that they can't deliver. If anything that's refrigerable so far, they still can't deliver. But they're trying to get to the point where they'll be able to do that.
I'll tell you one thing that's actually I was curious about was, I don't know if you've heard that in the UK they've put a sugar tax on. I don't know if you've heard about that.
Oh, they've been trying to put sugar tax on all types of things for quite a while.
Yeah, it's new for us. So they've put a sugar tax on, believing that some drinks like the Coca-Cola, the original Coca-Cola, has a ridiculous amount of sugar in it. It's just to stop obesity and all that sort of thing. And but I don't. It seems sensible, but it just seems just the simple solution of a politician just to say, oh, let's solve this. Let's solve a problem. Just put tax on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just put tax on everything. That's the easiest thing. I don't think of any alternative. It's just.
Well, the problem is people keep letting them do it. Now, here in the U.S., it's our own bloody fault that it's as bad as it is right now, and people are beginning to make change. However, it might be a little bit too late, but we'll have to see. Over there, though, I don't believe you enjoy the same rights that a lot of us do. You know, you're subjects instead of citizens, correct? In which case, the government's got a lot more control over you than ours does ours. Even as bad as it is now for us, and it's getting bad, we still have more freedoms than I believe the standard American citizen does, subject does. Which isn't saying anything good for you guys, you know what I mean?
That's all right. I mean, we do feel a bit
oppressed.
Yeah, it's starting to be like that.
Yeah.
It's starting to become more like that. We're basically being told what we should drink, what should we eat. This is good for you. This is bad for you. It was like when they said butter was bad for you, and margarine's good for you. Then they changed their mind and said, no, that's bad for you. And that, you know, margarine's bad for you, and butter's good for you. So they keep dancing back. And then they said, oh, you should eat more fruit and all that. This is trying to control, well, not control, but more or less tell you what you should eat and what you don't should eat. No one really takes any notice, to be quite honest. They did an interview on the street about when they said scientists have said that you have to eat twice as much fruit now to stay healthy. And then they interviewed this.
No one knows anything about any of it, truly.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd like to see it done over from scratch by some really competent scientists, or even remember how I used to do my experiments in science class, or figure out calorie, you know, because you burn something up is what you do, and there's a way of measuring how many calories are in something by how long it takes to actually do the burn.
Oh yes, they interviewed this couple on the street. He asked just said straight away, what you're going to have to eat tonight, and they said, oh, we're going to just have some Indian chili. We're going to have some chili and we're
going to have some pizza.
Yeah, that's it. They said,
Damn it.
The hell with fruit. We're just going to have what we feel we enjoy. Yeah, it doesn't stop anyone eating what they want.
Boy, we are sucking at this one.
It's like I was saying before, the sugar tax. It's not. What's it to say that people will just go for cheaper alternatives anyway?
Oh, I'm asleep. I hate that.
Anyway, back to the game. I've never played this game, so I have to ask you, what draws you into this game? Because
They're quick, and it's first person, and there is a really good balance to it. And if you can get a good set of teammates who actually work together, you can pretty much rule every game you get into. But on the flip side, if you have a group of people who don't support each other, then you've got a real mess. I just got taken down.
Yeah, that pretty much sounds similar with quite a few.
It's got a real good balance. In fact, this is, I mean, they've got large national championships for this thing going, a world championship going on for this game all the time. It's almost as big as StarCraft was in some places.
In fact, I've seen it on Twitch.
StarCraft is huge in Korea. I mean, they treat those guys like Academy Award winners. I mean, they make hundreds of thousands of dollars when they win the national championships. Just ridiculous. They have whole channels devoted to gaming in Korea.
And we adopt all anime as well.
You have channels for anime?
Well, we have. No, we don't have any over here.
You got
but,
cartoon channels, yeah.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
like we
have
do,
cartoon
yeah.
channels. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was more referring to the. I'm more referring to the anime games, or they're just flooding the market now, and they seem to be very popular.
Oh, hold on a second. What's that, Pop? Hold on. 1 sec. Guys, I got to cut it short tonight. My father needs some help with something. He's 90 years old, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Hey, thanks for coming on and on Discord. I appreciate that. Lots of interesting conversation there. Joel, nice seeing you again. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, too. And I believe Rachel's going to be around and all that good stuff, so we'll go from there. Folks, take care. I got to help my dad. Have a great night, and we will see you all soon right here on Portal TV. Adios.
Have a great night.
Yep, thanks. Bye.